Hello everyone and welcome to a new video from Your Destiny. I'm Eddie the Chump and today we'll be talking about Rumble and how I think it will be pretty necessary for the player base once Destiny 2 comes out. Now if you didn't know, Bungie have stated that all Crucible was designed around 4v4. I think that's admirable. It has certainly led them down some very constructive design choice roads. However, I don't think 4v4 only is capable of satisfying every player and certainly doesn't offer up the variation of gameplay long-term players enjoy. So in this video, I'll be discussing Rumble specifically, but also some other ideas I think would be good for the game as it progresses down its life cycle. Rumble me this, Batman! Right, so my main argument for the inclusion of Rumble isn't out of some sentimentality for the old Crucible days. I've heavily criticised Destiny 1 in the past. I don't look back with rose-tinted spectacles. It's not because I want to live in the past, but rather because I recognise what function Rumble performed for the game. So over the 3 years of Destiny, Rumble could usually be counted on as somewhat of a safe haven from the ability spam mess that the other playlists could descend into. It still had those things, but generally it played very differently. My experience of Rumble, and I'm sure many of you watching this will attest to this as well, was that it always played more gun on gun than say Control versus a 6-stack of Red Bar Stormcallers. It was for the longest time where the best individual players went to practice or chill out before trials came around. In fact, when I first tried to get better at the game, I looked to streamers for advice. Wish You Luck, for example, was adamant that playing Rumble would make you a better player. It would make you work on all aspects of your game, your primary shot, your radar skill, everything. So I took his advice and started playing. Immediately I noticed the pace was different. It made you focus on winning actual duels and how to ISO your opponents. I loved it, and it is in fact Fredo's favourite game mode too. Now why is it needed in Destiny 2? Well, Destiny 2 is a very team shoot heavy experience. That's fine by me, but it does engender a very organised and structured playstyle. If you get even one bad teammate and your opponents are even slightly organised and simply just trade effectively, there can be very little a single individual can do to win out. Now that's because of the new time to kill, the new health regen rate. It's actually caused by choices that I support in many ways. However, being honest, do I always want to be taking a gamble when I'm just trying to play a few games solo? The game is way more punishing than before, and for the most part, I'll be fine playing this much more hardcore stripped back version of Crucible. But there will be times when I'll want a specific kind of fun, and that's the fun you get from dueling players from gunfight to gunfight. That fun is rarer in the new Crucible, but I don't think players' desire for it has diminished. Rumble is important because it's that buffer. It's that playlist where you go to work on your shot or your positioning, and also because it's about playing in that lone wolf style. It's engaging to players to top a lobby all by themselves. One irony about the beta is that the quick play option of Control actually plays way more sweaty than competitive, which is Countdown. There's many reasons for that actually. First, it's a beta, it doesn't really mean anything. So people don't really try in the competitive mode as it's a round-based elimination mode, and the consequence for winning is exactly the same as in quick play. If you've ever played Search and Destroy pubs in Call of Duty, you understand they can be messy because of how little people are really invested in the result. When Trials rolls around and it's played in the Countdown mode, you best believe that will get sweatier than a scuff controller on Christmas morning. Rumble would be the buffer mode that Destiny 2 will likely need. For all these reasons, I think it's a really good idea to add it post-release. Event modes. Now just as I think Rumble is necessary to break up the pace of Crucible in Destiny 2, when voicing these thoughts on Twitter, a lot of fans ask me, don't you think there should be a 6v6 mode? The short answer to that is actually no. I like the direction they've taken Crucible, but what they could do is make a recurring event style mode that's not aligned with the standard 4v4 philosophy. Event modes like Banner always draw players in, partly because it breaks up the grind of the standard modes, but also because it functions in fun ways. Light levels are enabled, the loot is specific, event modes feel special, and that's a good thing. If they wanted to, Bungie could experiment with larger player number game modes as a monthly event. That way, it wouldn't get stale, it wouldn't interfere with their main vision for Crucible, but it would still draw a crowd because of its unusual non-standard play. What about 8v8 Mayhem Big Team Battle with its own loot? Maybe the armor and weapons are outlandishly coloured and stylized to reflect the over-the-top nature of that event. Maybe we just call it Bundle. I'd play that. I think you would too. And then after the week is over, it's gone, and it leaves you wanting more. That's how I think they should do larger team modes. As a treat, something to look forward to. Those are just my thoughts. So in summary, I really think the game would benefit from including Rumble, a playlist to just work on your game and duel people to your heart's content. And hey, Hunters would be good in a solo mode. Insert non-team player memes here. Let me know in the comments if you agree. If you don't, tell me why. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please don't forget to leave a rating. If you never want to miss another video of ours again, please click the bell icon next to the subscribe button on our channel to join the notification squad. You'll be in good company. And finally, please check out our Twitter. It's where you can find updates about new videos and other cool stuff. I've been Eddy the Chump, and until next time.